So how did the trip end up?
Trip ended good. That was the trip when I went to go kick it with Funk. And we did botanicals and stuff. You remember we were talking and I told you that my life is in chronological order with my YouTube videos. It's a catalog, right? My
Yeah.
muse. So like I can look at a video and tell you specifically where I was in my life, the events to the T, and my children can too. And that's my legacy that I'm leaving to them. They will be able to look at these videos forever. And they do. They troll me, these little bastards. Yeah, they troll the shit out of me. And because they're both smart. They know how to do the bots. They know how to do the make the fake like a pissed off girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they know how to do it. But yeah, that's when I went to go hang out with Funk, bro. Dead ass.
Yeah. Well, that whole legacy thing for the videos, I hadn't really thought about that, and it actually was a conversation I was having with Berto of all people.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were talking. This is when we were still talking about doing the challenge, and we're going back and forth on the phone. And he was one that I guess now that I think about it, I really stole his thunder on one of the streams because he's the first one that I ever heard that he goes, the reason that he's doing this is because he wants to leave something behind.
Okay.
And that was so profound that I thought about it. It's like, oh yeah, that makes
he probably flipped around and stole it from me.
I don't know. No, this is before he was talking to you though.
I know, I'm just a narcissist.
Yeah. Hey, RJ, Corey, how's it going?
Who we got? Ralphie Joe.
We got Jesse
Corey
and
Kelly Aquariums, Corey Dorr. Who else we got up in here?
That's it so far that I can see.
Well, we're just getting started. But yeah, no, I was hanging out with Aquafunk. I came home, went to work, vlogged on the way back home from work that day. Because that's why I'm in the yard getting botanicals to do the DIY botanical video for the fall. Because like when fall comes, that's botanical season. A lot of shit dies in the fall. The leaves on the trees die and the fish in my tanks die because I be nuking them bitches. Because I be loading it.
Loading watching the video, you being all excited that you have found magnolia leaves.
Yeah, man. That was I was like in my uniform and like my Texas flag.
No, this was the
when I was in Florida with Funk.
With Funk at his house.
Yeah.
And then you were all excited because you had found some big old nice pieces of magnolia leaves.
The southern kind. Let's geek out right quick. So the magnolia tree, right?
Yeah.
There's more than one cultivar of this thing, and it's a very special family of tree.
Is that a tree that has a pretty broad leaf that looks kind of rubberish?
Yes. Would you like to see one? It's preserved, but I have some.
Yeah, let me see that because I think I see them in San Diego.
Give me a moment.
I thought I was
for the thumbnail.
A couple of weeks ago, hey Jeff, how you doing, man? A couple of weeks ago, we were up in San Diego, and I noticed. I was thinking, I wonder if this is magnolia. The way the leaves were on the branch, because I remember seeing the one that you had.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh shit, this must be a magnolia. I'm not very good with trees, as you know. I don't get trees down here. You know, other than mesquite, and some Fresno trees. That's
bro. So this is the southern. This is the big. The southern cultivar, and it's here in Texas.
Okay.
This is a Gulf Coaster right here. So where I was located, this is amazing. This is an amazing plant. And I want these came from a tree in the homie's yard, Big Tank Hank. It's his tree. Because even here in Texas, we have that I know. We got that old plantation cultivar. We got a few of them. We got the one that's got the little leaves. And then now see, the cones are amazing because they'll throw cones.
Okay. Now
and they have fruit that resemble a pomegranate. It's like the little seeds red.
Does the magnolia tree put out a white flower?
Beautiful white,
Oh, okay.
fragrant flower.
Yeah.
Try to say that shit fast 8 times.
Yeah, that is the magnolia tree that I saw. Shit, I should have picked up some of the branches that are on the floor.
Do you? Oye, ya yo tiene. Puedes mandar en el correo. Yeah, I got a bunch.
Well, no, now I know next time I go to San Diego to take a couple of grocery bags. And
Drive out, yeah. Eat,
especially this time of the year because they're going to start falling.
Just be careful.
Okay.
Because people are weirdos.
No, this is up in public areas. This is
in public. That's what I'm saying. They spray poison in the park because city folks is weird. We want to love nature and the beauty of shit, but then you're gonna turn around and spray poison and dog shit everywhere. It's like same time now we got to pay $8 for gas because we can be lied to and say CO2 is bad for the planet. Yeah, I said it. It's a hoax.
Well,
so
it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you mentioned that because recently California has been having some issues.
They gotta pay for their well water now.
No, not even water. I'm talking about just this whole push that they've done to go electric.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of coming to bite them in the butt because they put the cart in front of the horse. I mean, they're not set up to be able to have the power generation that they need to be able to go to electric vehicles like they really want to.
Mm-hmm.
To the point now when we had this recent heat wave in all this area down here, especially in California, they found themselves in a situation where they didn't have the energy to be able to keep the lights on. They came this close to implementing rolling blackouts throughout the entire state. Mm-hmm. The only thing that saved their butt is that they had to buy coal power generated fuel from other states.
Hey, let's go there because I was going. Hey, let's go there. Real talk. Because I don't want to be labeled as a conspiracy theorist. I keep receipts. I pay attention. So you got to know, knowing how things work. There's no panacea. You see what I'm saying? So what is the actual carbon offset of said green energy? Right?
Well, here's the irony of all this.
The batteries, it all has to be produced by
that's not even the issue. That's not the issue. Is they're banking on solar and wind power to be their power generation. But the problem is when you don't have wind and you don't have solar, how do you produce power? They don't have the capabilities to be able to store the excess power to be able to have it as a backup. Now, the problem is that technology, like everything else, has advanced. And nuclear power is probably the cleanest power you can be able to find out there. But yet they won't invest in that, and that is clean power. It's just, but that's a whole other wormhole that we're going to go down. And I don't know
because I wanted to talk about this. The hoax part of it, right?
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Meaning like hazing, meaning how green is it? Batteries have to be made. Where do they mine the raw materials to make those batteries? The microchips have to be made. The storage banks for these solar farms have to be made. The wires have to be made. Where do these raw materials come from? How are they accessed? Let's talk about the impoverished communities that this green energy affects. So you want to talk about the fish fam and the hobby? Let's talk about these places in Africa, South America, Indochina, where they're raping the earth of these materials to make these components for this green energy. So like you want to talk about saving money for the polar bears, or how many square acres of jungle did this strip mine to make a battery for your goddamn Tesla? How many species, how much boost am I never going to be able to grow because, there's a selenium pit some goddamn where in Malaysia, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to do better. So like when we get let's have these real conversations. And I'm thinking we can be stewards of the earth because we're passionate, we're fish people, and we're crazy. And if we will compulsively spend money to keep things swimming in our house that we can't put hot sauce on, and I got you, Jeff, we're gonna talk about eating our fish. Like, you know, I have this in here. Like, I can't, you know, I can't take that convict over there and, you know, poach him gently and brine him in like a rosemary infused vinegar and then put his ass on one of them fancy crackers and eat it. I wouldn't do that. It sounds kind of delicious, but I wouldn't do it. So, so that's what I'm saying. Us fish people are crazy. If we're going to spend that money, we can be stewards of the earth. We can have these conversations. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really get stuff done. I want to give a shout out to G Hack. I know the homie Ginger is in here. I'm repping big. So, like, how green is green energy? Hola, mi amor. ¿Cómo estás? Muchísimas gracias también. So,
Okay. Now I was trying to look for something that Jeffrey Watts is just bred.
yeah, the red.
Yeah, I never heard of.
Yeah, his red Vinnies, his red Venezuelans hit. Those bad ass. I keep telling this dude he is
Jeffrey,
over here doing it.
Jeffrey, we need to have a conversation.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. You're gonna have to forgive me, Jeffrey. I love you, man. No homo. It's whoredom. That's all it is. He always wants shit to have babies. He can't have nothing just to be like, no, man. I bet if I put that motherfucker in there and I sprinkle 3 drops of lemon juice and put a piece of yarn in it, watch, they're gonna breed. Always, I'm like, bruh, like, don't sell yourself short, bruh. He is always breeding stuff, man.
I know. I hadn't heard of these. These are Jeffrey. We need to talk.
Ask him about the killifish he's bred.
Oh, what killifish does he have?
Oh, let him tell you. I don't want to take his thunder. He over here, yeah, bruh, talking about, and then got the audacity to be in his feelings if I be like, you a noob.
That's the tank that those red Venezuelans are going to go in.
Yeah, those are dope, man. I love that tank. It's acrylic too, yeah.
What's that?
It's an acrylic tank.
This one back here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. I only have, I think, 2 only, and I was very fortunate to get these. They were given to me.
Yeah, that one's dope. I like it. But
Just
yeah,
my plants are struggling because, again, I only use shop lights, and that only has one 4-foot shop light. I need to add another one in there to be able to get
it
the
looks
lights.
good.
So I don't like how the plants are too leggy, and that's just because of lack of light.
Bro,
You know, they're trying to get up to the top.
you're gonna have to stop being cheap and buy one good light.
For this tank, especially for this tank.
I would tell you in this case, just spend the money on a Kessel. I don't be doing brands and shit like that.
Yeah.
I want what I want. And instead of telling you what I want, I can just say, buy a Kessel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, get a Kessel because don't nobody shimmer like they do. And the way that footprint on that tank that you got, I'm looking at the shimmer now, and a Kessel would just make it right. You know, it would only suck.
Now, are all Kessels like the can type lights, or do they have?
No, they got a few. They got a few different types, but they're the one I'm talking about is the
can lights.
Yeah, like get a Kessel, man. I mean, you could get an arrangement Kessel, but you got to spend some money.
Oh yeah. Well, I think there's the knockoff of the Kessel, the Astra 80s. Or
the Astra 80's not bad. It's not for salt water, and since it's not salt, it's not bad. There's
another YouTuber that has some of those Astra lights on the freshwater tank,
mm-hmm.
and they look nice. I mean, he actually compared them to those. He had both of them, And he says there's, they're half the price and just as good. So,
The Astrolites ain't bad, man. I mean, shit. We hobbyists. We cheap anyway, but we want something good. And I don't see nothing wrong with the Astrolite. Not at all. Vain as fuck. I don't even care.
they got mirrors for that.
Say what?
They have mirrors for that.
I know. I got one. It's fucking. It's electric.
You remind me of my wife checking her makeup on her selfie camera.
Boy, I be doing that shit too, bro. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I cannot see my reflection and not adjust something.
I'm happy with what I see. It's not going to get any better, so I leave it alone.
I mean, it ain't, but it's just the tinkering, It's got to be right. But yeah, man. So, what do you think it would even take to start a movement, like a grassroots, like a movement or something, like just basically cut the bullshit and lower the price of, I don't know, electricity, gas, food, rent, mortgage.
Honestly,
everything.
The solution is what people don't want to hear. The solution is you just need to cut back on your use. We consume so much energy. We consume so much energy. Now, well, look, I'm just looking around my fish room right now.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you walking the walk, though?
No, I'm not. Well,
I'm walking the walk.
I'm running shop lights, which are LED lights, and they're relatively inexpensive. But yet, unfortunately, we live in a country where we can afford to do those excess. But I don't know for how long we can do it for.
That means we can't afford it then.
Yeah.
So, when I say walking the walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what we highlighted when it was the fellas of a JBJ fully loaded reef tank with SPS, LPS coral, and I don't know, about 1,000 kilowatt hours a month worth of bullshit plugged up on that sumbitch, versus a styrofoam cooler outside with some floaters in it and some $85 each betas. You see what I'm saying? So basically, how you're getting your hobby on. So if I'm fixing to say, fuck it, I don't want to play no more, I'm going to turn in my social security number and donate the rest of my money that they have, on me to the national debt and go live off the grid in Costa Rica some goddamn way, right?
Yeah.
But I still want to enjoy the hobby. I'm hyped, bro. So what am I gonna do? You feel me? So I'm rocking game right now like that to understand that it's me. I gotta make my beauty what I need it to be. Pick your brand. So if you need that JBJ with all that stuff in it, and that's your flavor, and you can afford to do it, then you ain't hurting nobody. That's your beauty. You know what I'm saying? So if my beauty is seeing something that's abhorrently an eyesore, like a Home Depot bucket, like that shit Aquafunk got, a Home Depot bucket with some plants and shit growing in it, I think it's beautiful, but everybody else will say it's an eyesore because it's in a Home Depot bucket. You see what I'm saying? I tweak my own beauty. It's mine.
Well, the thing is, I guess at the end of the day, it really boils down to what's your objective in the hobby. What are you trying to do or accomplish? Because I'm all for doing the tubs. I've been one to do tubs.
I do.
And all that stuff, if you're trying to breed and reproduce lots of fish, that's probably the most feasible way to be able to do that. And the reason I say that is not because it's an original idea that I've had, is because I've seen how people cultivate livestock overseas and different countries. And I've seen how, for example, in Thailand, they use the insides of refrigerators, the lining, and
I know exactly what you're talking about. Fiberglass shell.
Yeah. And as a matter of talking about even fiberglass, because that would be a step up because that actually will hold some shit. But I've seen them do it on that. I've seen them use just the rubber tubs, the big tubs that they use for stock livestock to be able.
I got one of them.
Yeah, or the other one is just digging a hole in the ground and and putting water in there and keeping fish. If you're trying to do that, obviously you need the biggest volume of water you can get your hands on and be able to do that. One of the coolest things that I've seen when I was doing my fish store tours up in Phoenix. Well, it's actually technically it's Mesa. There's a store there, and the guy in the back of the store is using those above ground little pools, kind of similar to what Boss Aquatics has.
I know where you at.
A lot shorter than that.
Yeah,
and he's breeding African cichlids in those. But yeah, so if you're trying to breed, yeah, that's kind of the direction you really want to go. Because if you try to go with tanks, it's going to be way too expensive, and to be able to get the volume that you're trying to get. Even if you're doing it on a smaller scale, it's still easier to do it in a 50-gallon tote than it is to try to find a glass tank to be able to do it. The other thing is you have a little bit more control as far as the light going in there, because if you're trying, most of those tubs you can either they could be black, and the only light that's coming is through the top, so you can control your algae that way.
Yep.
The only thing is regulating temperature. If you live in extreme weather shifts, then you're going to have to figure out a way to keep them from having those fluctuations, those radical fluctuations. But where I live at, it's pretty consistent most of the year round, so I can get away with doing something like that. I know you have some tubs.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to tell you. I had to grow some balls and then put some money outside, like the fish. Like I got, what's the most money out there? I got those Aphania Mentos out there.
Yeah,
I got betas out there though. I got
you're also reproducing plants, aren't you?
Yeah, I got plants out there. I got some plants out there too. I got money plants out there. But I had to grow some balls and do it. Because I was like, well shit. Motherfucker grow outside anyway. So like if I'm supposed to be the smart one to figure out how to manipulate this thing to get it to do what I want to do, then I got to figure out how to do it outside with no auxiliary, just water and sun. So I'm on that right now, but I saw this thing. I want to try it. I'm going to try it. Well, your boy took a feed sack. You did?
Okay. Yeah.
And they put that shit in a cardboard box or like a milk crate or some shit like that and put water in. They run their betas in them too. Goldfish, everything. And I'm like, okay, using what you got. And of course, everybody proud. We always want our stuff to look nice, but what I'm looking at now is perspective-wise, Jorge, is this. Peep game. Yeah. Ginger, you local, and I'm taking. So, fuck me up. So he put the feed sack in there, and that's what he was had the fish in. So I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Well, the thing that tripped me out is I don't know, you probably do watch Dexter's World.
Yeah, Dexter on it. Dexter is cool as shit.
He takes tarps. He takes those vinyl tarps. He'll take some reclaimed wood, build a brick out of it, make a pod, and line it with that stuff. And I was like,
see, that's what I was thinking about. Look at this, right?
Hey, Eduardo.
Using what you have. So this is gonna piss people off, but I ain't trying to. So I was talking to the homie, and I was like, bro, where does this term do it yourself come from? And I was like, in my personal opinion, because I like to over analyze everything, I was like, bro, that's like the most entitled shit you could say. And he was like, how? Because I said, who the fuck else supposed to do it for you? What do you mean do it yourself? Wait. But then we explored it, and it was buying some shit versus using your creativity and creating it yourself, and hence the do it and the yourself in the do it yourself. But then what I was saying is, and we're going to talk about Dexter, third world fish keeping, alternative fish keeping without much auxiliary component. And I ain't trying to go like on a philosophical rant, but when I say change my perspective of it like this, right? Freaking, it's the tenacity. So if you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So basically it boils down to culture and a person having tenacity to say, I'm going to give myself a million excuses not to do it, or I'm going to say, I'm going to make that face you got right there and contemplate deeply and get some reclaimed pallet wood, a tarp, some pipe and shit. And as I go through my journey in life and pick up shit on the side of the road and stuff people giving away, build an empire like Dexter did. And that's what I'm looking at. And I want to grab that and cultivate it and spread that shit, that mentality throughout the people like a disease so we can grow. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking like. Well, that's what I mean when I say, as I talk in abstract, y'all got to forgive me. That's what I mean when I say like change my beauty, like what my perception of beauty is. Because dude, who's going to complain? Who's going to say that a display tank is not just captivating? Everybody is awestruck and a beautiful of whatever, you know?
Well, that's what I was saying. It all depends on what you're trying to accomplish in the hobby. Right now, I guess for the most part, you can say mine is more of a display in my personal enjoyment.
Right.
Do I get occasional fish that breed in my tanks? Yes.
Right.
But I'm not full-blown a breeder yet. Because if I was breeding, trust me, all this stuff will look very different. Not that it would be sterile, but it just would. I probably wouldn't, to be honest, I don't know if I would have as many clients as I do in some of these
You'd probably like more ergonomic.
Just easier to be able to access the fish in the tank. Because right now, if I try to pull fish out of my tanks, I mean, I can do it. But yeah, that's the reality of it. Is I'm going to be stirring some stuff up. But yeah, I going back to the DIY, you know, I just recently did a sump out of stuff that I had. Granted, the idea is not originally mine.
Yeah.
If you look on YouTube, there is a gazillion tubers that have done this before me. Right. But what happened was this tank back here was set up originally to have a sump, but I had
drilled. It's bottom
drilled. Yeah, you see, it's got the
it's ported in the back. Yeah, I see.
Up here, it's got the return
pre-filter.
It's not pre-filtered.
No.
Yeah, it's got the box.
That's it. That's pre-filtered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it originally was set up to be some driven. I don't know if you can see the
I see it.
Coming down. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was running it with I have my own plenum that I built under here, that DIY again, because I couldn't find under gravel filter that was big enough to fit this aquarium. So I went out there and I kind of looked to see some of the things that people have done, and I took some egg crate, some screening for windows, and made my own under gravel filter for this.
Okay.
And so under here, there's substrate, but this is deceiving because it's probably about this much substrate, and I got a void under there that's probably at least inch and a half, because I use three-quarter PVC tubing to make like a snake pattern on the bottom.
Okay.
To be able to lay that egg crate and be able to create that void in the bottom you need for a plenum. And so that's what I did with that one, and that's how I was running it. But the other day I was cleaning the garage, and I noticed that my wife was going to throw out one of a plastic tote. It's like a 35-gallon plastic tote.
I knew that's what you did. I knew it.
And we had one of those. Our daughter moved out a while back, but she finally, when she went to Vegas, came and got some of the stuff that she had here, and she emptied out one of those plastic drawers, you know, the rolling drawers.
Ooh.
I said,
the clear kind?
Yeah.
The clear one?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the ones
Okay.
with the plastic drawers in it. And I said, you know what? I've seen people do filters with this stuff. So I took it and I made a sub for this thing. And it's a real simple. That's actually the last video that's on my channel is how I make that. And so
Puedes
now I
ver.
got to. Huh?
Puedes ver.
Yeah.
Podemos. Yeah.
Let
No,
me put
porque
the
ya
camera on my
estoy
phone.
yo un poco curioso. Yo quiero ver.
Let me
No,
see.
dude, I'm gonna confess something.
What's
While
that?
you're doing that, I feel the same way when I see a tote bin on
Yeah.
the side of the road as I would if I see like a stray puppy or a little bitty kitten. And I fucking hate cats, but bro, if I saw a little cat on the side of the road and like there wasn't no mama cat around or nothing like that,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold the little cat out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do him like that. I'm on freaking
Volume on this.
yeah.
Let me switch
I'm
the
gonna
camera.
get the cat and feed it something. So I feel the same way about them storage bins, bro. I'm like neck breaking driving down the road sometimes, trying not to hit shit because I'll see a storage bin on the side of the road. Like, that's a perfectly good storage bin. You could do something with. How could you be so selfish and throw out a perfectly good storage bin? I don't understand this shit.
I don't know.
You know exactly what I'm talking about too.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I'm going to be smart enough to be able to do this. I'm trying to get this on my wrong one. Let's see. How do I switch the camera? Let me get this one. So, now, oh, that's not the one. I'm messing around with the damn phone because I'm trying to turn the camera around
Mm-hmm.
so that I can walk over there and show you what I did with the.
I figured that's what you was doing. And so while you're doing that, I'm gonna jump on here. I'm gonna go single.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, go single on it.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, because we need to see this up.
All right, go ahead and when I get over there, or
I got you.
put it
I
on.
got you.
I'll walk you up.
I got
I'm
you.
gonna have to take my headphones off. Can you hear me here?
See. Todavía. If y'all can hear in the chat, put a number 1 in the chat, please. And we don't usually do this, but share this thing out because we're already, you know, at the bottom of the deck. Blah blah blah. Do what y'all, you know, for the people that want to watch it. Oh, we didn't know on that, and hit the like, please, if you haven't yet. Thank you, Jess. Everybody else, put a 1, please. This is gonna be a dope show. It already has started out as one. But stop playing. I got you.
And here's the remnants of that plastic door stuff. This is it. It's just a real simple trickle filter. I've got my medical filtration in here, and then it's in the bottom drawer. It's just some bubble.
I started pressing buttons. There it is. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's it right there. It's, real simple. It's easy to do. What I ended up doing outdoor is just real mold in it.
Okay.
And I've got my polishing media there, my course. Media
What kind of biomedia you got internally?
lava.
You got lava rock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's it. It's just lava rock here. And I got the only thing, and all these stuff that I had on hand, anybody was probably giving out on stuff that
Okay. Jorge, permiso.
Yeah.
Yo diciendo lo que no puedes escuchar.
Can you hear me now?
Perfecto.
There's no echo.
Yeah, leave a 1 in the chat. No, it's perfect. If y'all can hear him just as good as I can.
So that's the filter that I was able to make with stuff that I had just had laying around here.
Okay, now let me see that side partition So this is what you mean when you say you took the drawer. God dang, you took the top off that bead.
Yeah, it was
Bro.
one of those. This is basically what it looks like. If
Dude, you know what song popped in my head right now?
what's that?
That Cheech and Chong song,
What song is that one?
Mexican Americans.
There you go. That's what originally.
Brutal. I love it.
That's what it was.
Bro, that's straight up Mexican Americans, bro. That's hellas. That's dope. I'm jealous, bro. Bruh. You should put that back on there because it looked cool.
Well, eventually I want to put this lid back on there.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I'm going to have is I got to cut a hole in it so
Right.
that all you see is that right there. That's
Dude.
eventually.
If you was doing salt water, you could put a pink light in there and grow your macroalgae in there. Shit, you could grow macroalgae in that one. Put a light in it, bro. We're gonna talk We're gonna talk after this. Oh man.
Okay. So let me get this off of here now.
Look at you having stability in your life. Sick of it. Doing projects and stuff. Bro, I'm gypsy, bro. I can't be no other way. I'll be gone soon. Somewhere else. You know where. And so
All right. So am I back?
yeah, man. That was dope.
So that's just
dope.
that's just a little thing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can do a lot of stuff with stuff you have laying around, and that's why when you say privilege for doing DIY, it's not so much that it's privilege. It's just it's another alternative. Because if you try to go buy a sump, what's that going to set you back? A few $100s?
If that, maybe $100. Oh, I maybe $100. You know what I'm saying?
So this was a pretty inexpensive alternative for me to be able to.
Free, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's all stuff that I had. It's all stuff that I was cleaning out of the garage,
Yeah.
and it was going to go in the trash.
Eduardo says, "What stability?"
It ain't no mental stability on my end, that's for sure.
No, apparently not. But no, that's dope, bro. You could put a lid on that thing and get some badass algae growing.
Yeah, and the idea behind putting the lid on there is I'm trying to cut back on some of the evaporation.
Facts.
That's the real struggle. Especially because I have to run so many fans in here just to keep just to keep the temperature at bay.
Bro, I'm a weird look. I'm gonna talk you into this shit right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna get you 3 times the plants you have in there now, 2 times the fish. So what we want to do is we want you to run like a epically heavy fish load, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a algae farm in the sump. You got the flow for it.
Okay.
You got the oxygen for it, and all your nitrates. It'll be dope, bro. It'll be dope.
Well,
the
nitrates I'm not too worried about because
you're gonna be begging for them.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I already, as it is, I have BCP bags in there in the sub. I have BCP bags in the sub, and I have a plenum running on the sub. So for nitrates,
you need to dude. What'd you say that is a 150?
Mm-hmm.
I got to look at the list again, but I think green neons were on sale. We'll talk offline. Dude, you need to put at least 150.
Well, what I want to get
tetras in there.
I want to get cardinal tetras. But the thing is, right now
we'll talk offline. Yeah,
I don't have a good source for them.
We'll talk offline. I got to pull the list up. I got to check my email, but yeah, at least 150 of them. I know your ass is cheap, but we can get it. Yeah, bro. And then what else goes in there? Dude, you're going to put 25.
Well, no, I'll tell you what else goes in there.
Hatchet fish will go in there, bro.
No. We need to get some of them red Venezuelan Corys in there. That's what
Ah,
I do.
you don't need that. That's nothing. You remember on fucking The Christmas Story with Ralphie when they were getting the Christmas tree and he was like, oh shit, that ain't no tree, and he shook it off and it fell off. He was like, throw it in the pack. You don't want that shit. Yeah, I get you real fish, boy. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You want some red Vinnies? I got it. I got you. Shit.
Don't be hating on Jeff.
I ain't hating on Jeff. I love Jeff. No homo.
It's only fair that I get to keep some of his fish since he's keeping some of mine.
Yeah, that is true. Well, then if that's the case, I'm gonna need some too.
Yeah, but you didn't give him anything.
Let me text him right now and see if I can get some of these fish. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna text Jay Watts and see while
I text him. He's here right now. He's
I'm gonna
watching.
text Watts and see can I get some of these Venezuelan Corys.
All you need to do is talk to the camera. He can hear you.
No,
Even though he's doing maintenance.
sometimes he'll just have it playing in the background while he works.
Well, I know, but that's what he knows. We're talking about him, so he's perking up. He's going, what? Who's talking about me?
Yo, can I get some of them Vinny fried? All right, I just sent it. There it is, right there. I don't know. Can y'all see that?
No. But the,
I don't know. There it is. Well, there it is right there. Yo, can I get some of them Vinny fried? So we'll see. Hopefully I can get some. That'll be a good deal. I was his middleman.
right now, Jesse's saying about the photos. That's the other thing that I think that's going to be the next iteration that I do in my fish room is adding plants.
Well, I got pothos out the ass too. I can get you some of that.
And,
don't spend no money on it.
Well, yeah, no, but I want to get some peace lilies and stuff like that. I can put over the
I
top.
got some of that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which one do you want? Do you want the Oh, wait. He just texted me back here, folks.
He said, hell no. He says you better let go of some money.
He says that you need to mod him so he can share a link for Corey Dorable.
Okay.
Well, hell, I can do that. Go ahead and mod him, though. I'm not doing it until I get some of the Now, how you gonna tell me to tell somebody to do some shit when I ask you for something I want? Oh, they look lovely in this tank. I'm gonna do something special for the people while you're modding Jeff.
Yeah, show us,
guys. I got a video that I'm gonna premiere, and it is long as shit.
How's Jeff?
It's popcorn like Terrell Owens long. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been working on, man. He ain't in here, but a couple of the homies looked in. Yeah, the link's up. A couple of the homies had saw the link I did to me being pissed off about getting the duckweed out. Zen Ginger, can you do me a solid, please, my love, and go on my channel and share the link to the chat of me bitching about that dry start with me fishing all that algae out of the dry start with a brine shrimp net. I'm gonna walk the computer over here. It's gonna be kind of ratchet, y'all. Forgive me, but I want to show y'all guys this. See, can you find that link for me, please, Ginger? Please and thank you. I'm gonna unplug my computer. Hopefully that doesn't do anything. I'm gonna walk over here now, and I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Move this mag float out of the way. Okay. Can you guys see me well? Leave a 1 in the chat, please. Aquarium Daily, what's up? Leave a chat, please. 1 if you can see me well. So this is what I got. I need a chair. Give me 1 moment. That way I can hold the computer levelly.
See who else is in here. Hey, Laura Victoria's here.
All right. Muchísimas gracias, Eduardo. Okay, so this is the the dry start tank. Can you see it? There you go.
Now we can, yeah.
Okay. I was mad as hell in that video, but it's been fixed. Y'all excuse the glare of the ceiling fan. But just I'm gonna do a quick pan, a ghetto pan with the camera. So I got a jet pump in here right now, and it's pulling mold. And this tank's automatic. There's nothing. The only thing this is doing is trapping mold. It's coming out tomorrow probably. And this was the dry start. Only thing in there is this Big Daddy Convict, but this tank, it was supposed to be the no furt, no filter tank. Dry started, and I put that pair of Convicts in there, and they beat the shit out of it. I didn't throw them up against the wall like one of those toys out of the gumball machine, and I'm glad I didn't, because out of maybe 5 clutches, the 2 that he didn't kill, they're phenotypes, man. They are amazing. So the video's coming out. There you go. The video's coming out soon. It's going to be a premiere. But it focuses on basically everything that me and you have been hitting on since we started. We touched on it in Dark Water, and I shared that because I want to get into it now, if that's okay with you, Jorge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being able to see your shit through to fruition, right?
Yeah.
So, like, basically, sometimes the way you visualize something don't turn out the way you want it to. And then sometimes, like, our best intentions and our best efforts end up falling flat on our faces. And you got to just persevere. So, like, that's where I'm at with it without trying to get all pseudo-philosophical and shit. But basically just how do you embrace the suck and forge ahead in your endeavors? And basically trying to make a synergy between the hobby and what the hobby means to me, and using a fish tank as the medium to do it. Because this tank has kicked my ass, but when I unplug that filter tomorrow and pull it off, it's going to be completely automatic minus the light. And that's going to feel good. That's going to feel really, really good. And that's where I'm at with it. That's my Eleanor. That's my coup de grace, is to be able to have display quality fish tanks without shit in them. I have another one. Yeah, that's it, Jen. Thank you. I have another one. And it is the representation of that. And nobody's seen that tank. It's in the video, this long video that I'm doing. And I'll show you it. George, I think you might have seen it, but it's a nano. I think it's a 1.5 gallon, maybe a 2. I got it from the homie. But it's fucking small. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do. No first, no filter. Allegedly hard plants. I call bullshit. And it's a picture, but it's alive. You feel me? I got some shrimp in there that I'm line breeding from their Bloody Mary grade. And I have those. If y'all want them, DM me. Instagram, Warrior Planet Tanks. Freaking, there's nothing on it though. You feel me?
Okay.
So like the synergy, bro. You can make one. You can do a tank. You can fill it up to the brim. And if you do it right, you can make it beautiful with nothing. And that's where I'm at with it. That tank scared me. I ain't gonna lie. And when I say that, it's because I had fucked around and made like a Instagram post of the tank with all the stuff laid out, like my spread, like I'm getting ready to create my mise en place. You know what I'm saying? If you need chefs out there, y'all know what mise en place means. So I had it set up. I had my mise en place set up to lay this tank down. And I flashed the thing and I hit it. And, you know, I put on here we go again. I'll show you guys in a minute, you know, hashtag no first, no filter. And that's why I say it scared me, because like my vision, and then I was like, it's so small. And I'm a spaz and I got big football hands, and it's so small, and getting it in there and doing it right. And then the scary part is, yeah, I got pin sets. Oh, I got tools, baby. I do shit. It looks like I'm probably do like some sadistic, you know, I don't know. With that boy, you know, that boy with the white dog where he was skinny, he was like, I would fuck me. And they had the, you know, the hello. That's crazy. But yeah, so like the scary part was trusting the process. You dig?
Well, yeah, I've done that pretty much with a 10-gallon tank. Well, actually,
Trust it.
yeah, if you go back to my very first video that I posted, it's my 10-gallon tank, and it's nothing but plants in there. And actually, that's probably one of my favorite tanks, in the fact that I can put anything in there and it'll survive. I mean, it is just heavily planted. You can't even look to the back of that tank because it's just so many plants. Now, as a matter of fact, that tank has produced a lot of plants that you see around all my other fish tanks.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, you trim your plants and you just replant them somewhere else.
With the exception of I have some Cryptocrine Wendetta. I think it's bronze. And with the exception, and that came from the inventory, I ain't gonna lie. I have two kinds of Rotella in there. One I got from the homie, from J-Dub, and then the other one that's my inventory, Rotella. And then the rest of it is clippings, dead ass. I think the Hygrophila deformis might have came from inventory too. But yeah. And I did. I put deformis in a nano. I don't give a shit. And guess what? It's dwarfed. I know what the hell I stunned it. It's so badass, bro. Like, I'm doing underwater bonsai, my dude. Dead ass.
You know what? I have noticed that
shit.
On the 20-gallon tank, a lot of these plants, because that one, the light's real intense on it.
Thank you, Laura.
Because it's not that deep, so the light really penetrates. And I noticed that a lot of the plants that grow in there will be a lot shorter. They don't get all leggy like the ones back here.
Right.
And that's just because they get the sufficient light that they need.
See what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what is so amazing. And I can't thank you enough for coming to me to do this project, you know, to do Fish Plants y Mas, because we need this. The chat needs it. Yep. The hobby needs it. You know, we're having a good time on a Saturday, fellowshipping and getting things done, you know? So like that one there is what I want to use as a model to kind of help Fishy Biz with the whole thing with the kids. And we're working on that together, you know, ingraining that into the ecology part. Yeah. So like, that's the whole mastermind behind it. Is I'm a nerd too, and I'm college educated too, and I can tell you I can use that little tank right there. I can use one of my freaking 3-gallon bowls, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell you biology, right? So linear growth, exponential growth, critical limit, all these things. That's biology and ecology. And then since he a professional teacher, he can draw the fucking graph and boop, 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 boop. And they're learning solid, substantial shit. See?
Let me ask you something then.
Shit.
On that 1.5 gallon tank that you have there, since you
Yeah.
said it's no filter, and you don't have livestock in there, what's producing?
There's livestock in there.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there wasn't any.
No, yeah, there. I told you, there's a Bloody Mary grade. There's some shrimp that I'm line breeding in there. So peep game.
Okay, but
Yes.
is their bio load enough to be able to keep those plants growing?
Apparently it is, and that's what I was going to get into. So when
Or
I
is
said
it the substrate, what kind
it's
of
the
substrate?
substrates, I'm using
Aqua
think
soil or something?
it's Brightwell.
But it's nutrient.
Yeah,
right?
I'm using Brightwell.
Oh, okay.
That's it. It's just Brightwell. So
Oh, inert.
yeah, it's Brightwell. I don't know if it's no Brightwell ain't
No,
in there. I don't
no,
think it's in
okay.
there. It's for shrimp.
Oh, okay.
It's for shrimp.
Alright.
It's just shrimp aqua soil. It's clay. It's composite aggregate clay. It's expressed composite aggregate clay. So, like looking at the whole ecology experiment thing,
Yeah.
from the ground up, that's what I did. Was set it up in stages to monitor that. You see what I'm saying? So I put water in it. There's no livestock. All that was in there was the stragglers from the plants and the live water that I used. Because the initial fill, I did use live water. Straight from the pond outside. Okay? So whatever was in there. So the first thing I saw in there was seed shrimp. You know, a little bitty little fuckers, all in there. For first, I thought it was Daphnia, because I had got a culture from the homie, but I put no Daphnia in there. So I'm looking, I'm like, no, it's not Daphnia, it's seed shrimp, and they're all in there. Then the next thing I see is scuds.
Okay.
And then I start seeing some Red's ram's horn babies. And then I saw some pond snails. And I was like, shit. So I don't want the pond snails in there because they will eat plants. Usually they only attack sick plants or damaged plants. But
That's
if
what I
there's no algae, like that thing's so balanced, there's no algae in it because that's how I keep it. There's no nutrient lead. There's nothing. There ain't no availability for algae. This is the book learning shit, right? There's more advanced organisms in there taking the available nutrients in the water column. So simpler single cell life forms like algae there's nothing to exploit. So then we can get into explaining niches and shit in ecosystems. You dig? So then I added the freaking Neocaridina shrimp in there, and we just been waiting. And that's what we got right now, the growth. But I have videos to where I can edit them and show the progression from start to finish.
Let me
But
ask you this.
yeah,
Aren't the scuds competing with your Neos though?
I don't know.
Because
You would think
I know,
so. So big gang, there's a crazy synergy between snails and shrimp. I'm not going to say too much because it's kind of guarded info, if you will, but there's something to that. The snails create a type of food source for the shrimp.
Okay, yeah. Well,
know
they're
what I'm
scavengers. Yeah, they're scavengers, so they'll eat anything in the thing.
So what I'm thinking is everything's there to make the environment work like the building blocks need to be. So I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I am thinking about at fucking damn near calling animal abuse, thinking about introducing another micro predator like a trio or a fucking what is it, like 5? What's a group of 5?
Well, that's only a 1.5 gallon tank. I don't know.
Yeah, so as I'm saying, micro predator, like a
Ember
smaller than the chili raspberry.
Oh, smaller than, I don't know if you can get so much.
They do. They got them. They
Well,
got
you can do some least killifish in there.
I think that's too big.
You think so?
Yeah, I think one of the Barreras, one of the micro, the Varios, one of the One of those type of joints, a true nano, just to see. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. That would be perfect for a temporary observational tank for a pair of Scarlet Baddies.
But the problem with that is it's going to wipe out your shrimp colony.
Exactly. But it's an experiment. I don't give it's the plants is what it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The only way I can see that
Quintet, thank you, Zen.
Working is make sure you add plenty of hides for the shrimp. You're not going to have the colony growth like you would if it was just a shrimp tank.
It's growing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the minute you put in those baddies in there, they're gonna
wipe them out.
Yeah. It's like I know that because I learned that with the Phineas Mentals. They ate all my shrimp in the tank that I had because they had shrimp in there.
Boy, you know them. They're gonna eat shrimp, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing, and they're smaller than those baddies you're trying to put in there, and they cleaned them out. That's probably the only tank.
Baddies are really tiny. Maybe a half inch.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, I know. If it has a mouth, it can eat. I've seen the white clouds, man. I got some fire painted red stock too. But I see the motherfucker swimming around with one of them like a pit bull.
Yeah.
With a piece of water hose, like a toy. Like he was just swimming around with it. And I was like, what the hell? He caught him slipping. He caught him lacking in the streets. It was in between a molt. No, it was either already dead or they caught him in between a molt, is what I'm thinking. Because he just grabbed him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, really, bro? He playing keep away the rest of the fish chasing him, trying to get it. And then I say him because it was a male. It was the smaller ones, you know? Yeah. Craziness. But, like, looking at ecosystems like that, bro, what do you think? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think because of the volume of the water, it's only a 1.5. I think it's the way it's set now is fine. I think if you start introducing any kind of fish in there,
it's going to change everything.
Well, yeah, and you might throw it out of balance. That's my only concern.
That's why it's an experiment, though, Jorge. Hey, I ain't scared. Yeah. If you scared, tomorrow's Sunday. Churches will be open. I ain't got no time for that shit, boy. I'm an innovator, not an imitator. Always replicated and underappreciated. Yeah, bro.
Well, let me say a quick couple of highs to some of the people that have just recently added we haven't acknowledged.
Yeah, man.
Craig, thank you for being here. Stephen
what
P.
Up, Craig?
Thanks for coming in.
Stephen P. 2003.
Laura, Freshwater Ecology. Thank you for being here.
We got an ichthyologist in here.
Yep.
Hey.
June, Only Oscars is here. Who else have I missed? Because we've been getting carried away.
We've been geeking, bro. It's nice.
Yeah,
dude. A micropredator. You know what I'm thinking about using?
What's that?
Barreras. It's a Barreras species. So
I'm not familiar.
Fun fact. Barreras is it was an anagram for the word rasbora. It's just rasbora spelled backwards. So it's a Barreras. It's a phoenix. It's the smallest chili, one of the smaller chili rasboras. Out of them, I think there's 6.
Okay.
G-Hack's cool as shit, man. Because I hit the homie up one day, freaking out. The homie Roy is the president at the time of Greater Houston Aquarium Club. And I got one because what'll happen is they'll go catch them. All right. This was back in you all. This was back in 2017, 2018 timeframe. Okay. The wave hadn't hit the way that it was still nerdy enough for me to be interested in. I still had to be like, what the fuck is that? You know? Nah, that ain't what you said it is, boy. Like that. They were blanket termed as chili rasboras, okay? And most of the time they'd be bycatch for other stuff, namely sparkling gouramis. Go figure. Love them. I love sparkling gouramis, man. One of my faves, personal fave. So I get this little bastard, and I got so lucky, bro. I got so lucky that in my thing of chilies, I got the regular chili, I got two other ones that you don't ever hardly get, bro. One of which was the Phoenix. Y'all Google this shit. One of which was the Phoenix. I think it's spelled, you can spell it Phoenix, it'll come up, but I think it's with an E. Phenix, I think. Let me pull it up. Are you gonna pull it up or you want
Yeah,
me?
that's what well, you go ahead because you know the spelling on it.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. So it's a Phoenix, I'm gonna just pull up the whole Barreras. Let's go to fish base. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let's go to fish base let's go to fish base.
While you do that, let me welcome some of the new people that have come in.
Okay.
Sandy, thank you for being here. Silver Creek Aquatic, thank you. Eric, Majestic Cichlids, nice to see you.
It is a Phoenix. It's Barreras Mira. And it is amazing.
Share it with us.
About to.
Let's see who else has recently come in here.
I had Mira, I had the least, I had the dwarf. I've had all of them except for Bridget Tay is what is the one y'all get the most of the chilies.
Okay.
I'm nerding out like a some bitch today. I guess we're gonna have to use Wikipedia, fam.
Hey Jane, thanks for being here. The Nano Aquarium guy.
All right, folks. But yeah. So yeah, Barreras Brigite is the chili. That's the one most people end up getting. I've had them all.
Did
and
you find
it was
it?
amazing. Yeah, I found them. I'm trying to share it now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I've never seen those. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've heard them mentioned before, other than the chili restaurant.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
All this should be old to me. So when they get like hype again or what they call it, viral or whatever, I'll be like, oh shit, I already did that. That's dumb. I want to do something else. You know?
Jude says it's too early for nerdy.
No.
It's never too early.
Y'all gonna learn today.
Yeah, she's out in California, so yeah, it's a little early.
It's a little early. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, here you
okay.
are. I've had them all. I've had them all. I had Brigite. I'm getting excited. I had Maculatus. Fuck all that. Let me go to Mira first. Right here. This one. Look at that pretty bitch there. Boy, ain't that dope? Look at that pretty bitch there, bro. And I was looking at it because I'd be like, man, that bitch different. They'd be like, oh, they little. They all look alike. Shut up and dribble. Boy, you don't know nothing. You're book learning. No, it's like, no, bitch, that motherfucker different. It's a whole different fish, bro. So I'm looking at it. I'm taking pictures. I'm screenshotting the homie. And I was like, I'm tripping. I need a database. I was like, this YouTube or Google shit ain't gonna cut it. I need some straight up nerd shit. And sure as shit, bro, I hit an abstract. And 2006 it hit, bro. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was too new. But they had previously identified the motherfucker in 91. Look. You see what I'm saying? So y'all do research. You know what I'm saying? So there's that one. Let me go back. Micros is another dope one.
So how big do these get? They're under an
Navis
inch?
is cool. I had Navis. This is the hardest one to get. Is this motherfucker right here. Let's look at this one, bro. Bro, this one's hard to get, bro. If somebody knows where these are, let me know. I will spend that money. And they're threatened too, so. This is why I'm talking about green energy, baby. That's why I brought that whole thing up about Tesla and X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 umpty scrunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about the real stuff, you know? I'm like Butters on South Park. Bitch, you want to make some real motherfucking money? We could go there if we need to, because there's so many species being lost, like, daily, man. That you like I'm gonna put it to you like this, my G, and let me turn this off. I'm gonna remove this and get back up here. P game, Jorge, dead ass. So We hobbyists, right?
Yep.
We are in the business of taking shit from outside, bringing it in the house, and taking care of it and observing it because it looked good and it's pretty and we enjoy it. Yeah?
Yep.
So that would make outside our Walmart. You feel me? So
Okay.
if we get back to the grassroots of the hobby and get that bitch genuine again, the same thing we doing now, and we're gonna share knowledge and everything like that, then I'm gonna turn around. The world is like my Walmart. So instead of banging my head up against the wall to figure out what I could put in that little bitty tank I got up there that wouldn't completely crash the ecosystem, we just know. Kind of like what we're doing now with the Barreras, and it's new to you, but we're able to share it. Bam, bam, bam. You feel me?
Yeah. Mhm.
So stewarding the earth really is actually all of our priorities. And I'm just not sold with the fact that CO2 is bad for shit that's green. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with it. But strip mining, I don't know, 800,000 hectares of land for a selenium pit, and then all the fucking toxic waste that gets put into the environment, namely water, mercury being one of them, for mining precious metals to make your Tesla batteries and all them components that go in it. Ain't nothing green about that, baby. Ain't nothing green about that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out an articulate way to not only make my mission, but just tell the people what my mission really is, but tell them. You feel me? Because I'm not just keeping these things in the house and I can't eat them. There's a purpose for this. Speaking of eating the fish, we're going to circle back around to that. So it was brought to my attention that there's individuals just questioning the plausibility, I should say, of eating your pets. I guess that video had happened. The fish died. And the homie was like, fuck the waste. And he ate it. He consumed it. That's the premise.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of that is just clickbait and how much of it
Okay. Well, let's talk about it, though.
taking a piece
You
of
do it.
tilapia. Just, huh? I
Hey,
mean,
if
I'm
you're
not
not that tilapia, that bitch is a fish taco. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, but the thing is, it's not uncommon if you go to South America, they be eating discus fish.
Yeah.
You know, they be a lot of these fish that get anything bigger than a nanofish.
It's
consumable.
food
It's
or
food.
bait for something bigger. Yes.
We're
Like
just making them pets.
dude, everything in my house right now is food for somebody somewhere in the world where it's native to.
Probably not
I'm-
mine. Mine's too small. They waste that energy
People
on
eat
it.
them angelfish, bruh. I know people that eat hoplo cats. Like I got a homie from Guyana, they eat hoplo cats, bruh. I got a yo-yo loach outside. I can go to Hong Kong City Market and buy you a pack of frozen fucking loaches, like vacuum sealed, and they make some food with it. I
Yeah,
would
but most of these fish are, I'm assuming, are a little bit bigger than what I'm keeping. My fish are for the most part under 2-3 inches.
ask the chat then. Okay, so chat, we got y'all in here. I want to know, everybody in the chat, we're going to put each and every one of y'all comment up individually for a few seconds. Let me know two things. First of all, would you or would you not eat some fish that's considered aquarium fish? Number one. And number two, okay, Jeff, I'm touching on toxicity. Number two, if you would eat the fish, what kind of fish would be the first fish that you would think you would go slap some cornmeal on that bitch and some of that Zatarans and fry that hoe up? Like, I'm waiting on y'all, for real. And while y'all putting y'all stuff in there, Jeff, to toxicity part of it too, saying like basically the fish food we use, the chemicals, the dechlorinator, namely, saying that that's toxic and that it would kill you. And I'm like, y'all really just have no idea of the crazy shit that go into commercial farming. Go Google it. There's a documentary on Norwegian farm salmon. It said it is one of the most toxic things you can eat. And I'm not trying to slander nobody. I think they have since gotten better at it since it was exposed, but farm stuff is bad. And like I said, I'm not picking on Norway. They're probably one of the eco-ergonomic places on earth. Like dead ass, Scandinavians are very, very eco-conscious people. It's just of what it took, you know, and they're smart enough to find a better way and fix it. And I don't think they were ashamed to have that shown, like, hey, we effed up, we're gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm eating the fish, bruh. Like, I'm eating them. If it was like in a bad way, bruh. Did I show you that picture where we caught those black acara out of that canal when it was in Guyana? Yeah. And the homies in Guyana fried them shits up. Yes, bro.
Well, you see, that's different. That's out of the wild.
I'll send it to you on Instagram.
That's out of the wild.
Aquarium fish. Oscars.
Well, no, I know.
Them shits.
Yeah, but the problem is once we put them in the aquarium, they get, you know, I don't know. Well, you know, I'm not going to say nothing because I haven't had to be in that situation. But again,
Silver Creek say he finna eat them shits.
Yeah.
Look at boy. He said definitely. So, hey, y'all gonna be hurt. You know that it's an Andopsis cichlid. That Haitian, you know that Haitian cichlid that everybody going crazy over. Yeah. That bitch food, boy. Go look on my YouTube channel. They call it Guayave over there. Go look on my YouTube channel. It's this video. I was swimming in the cave in my drawers in the Dominican Republic. Hey, boy, they eat them damn fish over there, bro. It's a Haitian cichlid.
Yeah, but how big are these fish, though?
Shit, tilapia big.
That's what I'm saying. I can see myself, if I was keeping anything that was larger than maybe 6 inches, yeah, that definitely would probably go on my plate. But I'm not going to waste my energy eating 1-inch fish because that's mostly what I have.
But see, like, for example, gouramis, right? Gourami is a hardcore staple food in a lot of Southeast Asian cuisine. Okay. And they grind it up, they make fish cakes with it, they mix chili peppers with it, make spice, and you eat it with rice. Like, they eat that. And I equate it to us eating crawfish or camarón, like shrimp, something like that. But shrimp is consumed globally.
Yeah.
But
they're not Neo Carolina shrimp. I mean, there's nothing. I would eat them shits too. Oh, okay. I mean, I just.
Oye. Tú sabes cómo ellos hacen la camarones seca. Lo mismo, caldo y cosas así. Es exactamente lo mismo, solo con color. Motherfucker gonna be orange and blue. Red really. I would make a red really gumbo. That shit'll slap. And I'm a chef too. Like, ooh, I can see this shit on Instagram now, bro. The shrimp and they red and white or blue. Now I don't think nobody will eat a blue shrimp though. For real, I ain't eat no bug. Hey, Silver Creek, but that's on that Soylent Green shit where they trying to really put bugs in the food. Did you see that? Has anyone seen that?
No.
Bro, leave it in the comments if you would eat a red really gumbo. Because I would make that shit. Red and white, that'd be so fly, bruh. And a red really shrimp is a river shrimp.
Yeah, but again, I'm getting the size of those shrimp. It's just, it seems like too much effort for the return.
You get a lot of them in a spoon.
I guess so.
You eat them with the shell and everything, bro. Extra protein. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, Eduardo. No puedo hablar mentiras. Oye, si yo tiene hambre y tengo que comer algo, lo siento, pero sí, estoy comiendo ese pescado. Es verdad. I'm eating that bitch, bro. I don't even care. Yeah, you gave it a good run, old Blue. You gave it a good run. I'm gonna try to make the best dish I can make. I'm gonna put tarragon on you and everything. Make sure I do. I might even put a little bit of saffron. You know, saffron is probably one of the most expensive spices per gram. I'm gonna treat them right. I ain't gonna just, you know, put some salt and pepper on it and shit. I'm gonna treat them right. But yes, I'm eating that motherfucker. I'm eating him or her. See, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't crazy. Google it, bro. Can you Google that?
What's that?
If a bowl of ramen with the motherfucker goddamn river shrimp on it, a little bitty shrimp, I will eat that shit.
Well, that's what you get in your cup of noodles, the Maruchan cups.
Mm-hmm. So, folks, let's talk about serving others, right? What if us hobbyists right here, it's 20-something out of us in this chat right now, and I love it. I love y'all. We get together one day, we put our bread together, we put our ideas together, we put our resources together, and we figure out how to fight food insecurity in urban situations and all over these places and everything like that by taking our expertise at the knowledge of the water column, the nitrate cycle, all that shit, and showing people how to sustainably raise food fish with zero investment and minimal maintenance. You see what I'm saying? Tilapia good. It's
Yeah,
not
well,
a fake fish. It's just toxically raised, and it depends on the source of it.
see,
Look,
but that's
American
where again.
farm-raised tilapia is the way to go. Aquacultured American tilapia. I stand by it. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. I'm plugging the industry too because I got homies in the industry, but it's good shit. And because I got homies in the industry, I know that from the people I know, eating a farm-raised American aquaculture tilapia is no different than going to the pond or the creek, a good clean place with your family, and catching your limit and going home and having a damn fish fry. Dead ass. When I say it's clean, it's clean. When you're facing hunger, all that's out there, people, yes, Lord, me too. So what's your take on it? What do you think? How would that impact, or if it would at all? You dig?
But here's the problem, though. Were you saying that zero investment or zero? The thing is, even if you're doing outdoor ponds and trying to keep these fish, there's
You
still
gotta pay for water.
Yeah, you still have to be able to do water changes because if you don't, that water is going to get foul real quick. So,
What
I
if
mean,
I showed you how to recycle rain?
but not everybody gets rain. That's the thing.
Yeah, that too. But
Can
that's
you
what I'm
imagine?
saying.
Can you imagine to do fish farming out here where I live in the desert?
You'd have to get a tank, bro.
You know,
You have to get
so
several tanks.
I mean, some areas might be suitable for that, but not everybody.
What about well water?
But yeah, sometimes that well water that comes out of there is you wouldn't even drink it.
See, but this is good because it's a think tank to push the ideas out. Does it say it's impossible? No. Does it say it can't be done? No. It makes us identify the shit that we're going to run into to keep us from doing it, to keep us from being successful, and itemize them, worst case scenario, all the way down in priority, finding the easy place. It's like double dutch, you know? They swing the jump ropes and you wait to catch the rhythm so you can get in where you fit in, you know? I did jump rope for Hart back in the day. I'm aging myself, you know? But like that, I think there's something to it though, you know? Raise your own, like the community. Say everybody can't afford their own setup at their house. What if they all collectively could get a big setup and communally use it and communally maintain it? You feel me?
Yeah, but then I don't know. It's just
So the same way here in Houston, right? I'm gonna like this because I'm trying to sell this shit to you and the people, and I like you to be my healthy skeptic. So stay right there where you at.
Okay.
So here in Houston, and I volunteer to these people. We have a place here. It's called the Blodgett Gardens, and their mission is to fight food insecurity in the inner city. So you can go there, you can volunteer. They teach you how to grow stuff. They have a huge garden. All you do is pull weeds and stuff, and you harvest the vegetables, and they show like healthy recipes, all that stuff like that. And they teach you that, bruh, the same tomato that I'm giving you, when you make your salad, you can put the seeds, dry them on a paper towel, grow your own in a bucket at home with some dirt that you dug out of the ground in your backyard. If it'll hold dirt, you can grow in it. If you have dirt, because we live on dirt, you can grow food. And it's teaching a person how to fish. I was going to say MFer. Teaching a person how to fish versus just giving them one. In this case, it's literally we're teaching them how to fish or raise them at least. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
What do you think? So basically, like instead of hoarding a shitload of fish and going and renting a building and charging people admission to come in and see it, like a gallery, which there ain't nothing wrong with that either. Doing this, taking that same energy, that same capital, that same, hey, I want to be a part of something bigger than meanness, taking the narcissism out of it, the hey me, and setting something up to impact the community. You see what I'm saying? Catfish, tilapia, there's all kind of shit you can raise, bro, commercially.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
By the way.
I understand that, but you got to be able to have access to the resources to be able to do that. And the reason I'm saying is, because I'm trying to picture that here in the desert.
Yeah.
Your biggest obstacle.
Water.
Water. Where are you going to get the water? So it's not feasible for everybody. If you have the resources, sure, why not?
I think it's overcomable though. Y'all got a river out there.
Yeah, but then you get into priorities and who gets access to that water.
You just said the best word, priorities. I was just going to say, shit, if you could put a water fountain in the desert in Las Vegas at the Bellagio, I'm sure we can get together and teach a couple motherfuckers how to get some tacos going with some tilapia and a 50-pound bag of deer corn from Walmart. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know? It's the priority. It's the want to. You see?
And again, going back to where you're at, the resources,
right?
You really have to consider what would be the most bang for your buck. Where would you be getting the most nutrients from? Whether is it from gardening,
right,
and growing vegetables? Is
right.
it from having aquaculture? That's why.
See, you could do that though. If water's the problem, and you gotta use water to grow vegetables and shit anyway, use that same damn water to raise those fish in.
But it's a lot less water. You can drip irrigate crops or use sprinklers to grow crops. You can't do that with fish.
Right.
Yeah. You see, so that's where you got to weigh. I mean, you guys in Houston, you can dig a hole in your backyard and the water table is so high there that you'd have a pond just by digging a hole in the backyard.
Yeah.
Out here, I could dig 20 feet into the ground and probably not hit.
You'd be in China before you get water.
So, that's why, yeah, it sounds, areas where water is not an issue, I could see that be, states like Louisiana, anything that's near big bodies of water, the water table is not that deep. Yeah, you can get away with that. Or you get a lot of rain. Yeah, that's manageable. But
I think that's good though what you said right now, Jorge. Porque mira, you got all those cities, these urban areas and stuff like that, and they're close to water. That will help them people, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you got rural areas, they close to water too. That will help them. The desert one is very intriguing, and I know it can be done, but I think the desert one would benefit from the knowledge of us as hobbyists the most than any other place that you would have, any other scenario. The desert scenario would benefit from hobbyists the most because we got to be innovative as hell to get water from one place to another. I know I do. And then, like, especially when I was a field tech, bro, them people don't want their carpet messed up. They don't want their floors messed up. Them offices don't want all them hoses and shit all over the place. You got to figure it out. And you better not kill nothing or scratch nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody can figure it out, us hobbyists could damn sure figure it out. But that's just one of a bazillion of, like, taking a hobby and turning this shit around. Like, we can and are doing good stuff with the hobby. It's just keeping that on the radar versus worrying about what the next man got and trying to outdo people and stuff. Like, healthy competition is good because iron sharpen iron, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Benefiting, a purpose, I guess.
Well, that's food for thought, I guess.
Yeah.
One thing that I wish, or not that I wish, maybe I need to start doing is putting a better use the water that I have for my water changes. Instead of letting it go down the drain, trying to figure out a more beneficial way. I guess I
You
could
need
use
some
some
plants.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple of mesquite trees. I could use it. I could definitely use it to water those, but mesquite doesn't require that much water.
My brain is going like this because I got the solution for you. So you can reclaim that water, right?
Yeah.
Why is it wastewater? Because it's full of nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, and all that bad stuff, right?
Well, bad for the fish, but
For
good
the fish,
plants.
right? But I'm saying reclaim that water for your fish. So the same way you're running that sump, the same way you got all that stuff going around in there, that whole algae farm idea of basically stripping all that shit out of the water and being able to reuse it in a fish tank and just keep doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And using something that everybody hates, algae, duckweed, shit, azolla, hornwort, all the pain in the ass plants, and conditioning and sweetening that water. Dude, if you ran that shit through charcoal, you could probably drink it. Ran through the proper filtration, the right membranes and everything you need to. It'd probably be like the best water you ever drank. Because I drank some off of Moss in the DR, like coming out the waterfall.
Yeah.
And the whole boy was like, let me show you how to make a Dominican cup. And he just cut the water bottle in half, the empty one, and just stick it right there and get the drips, And it was amazing. Like, for real. Nobody got sick. Nobody got, Montezuma's revenge or nothing. It's legit. So just thinking about more than, like what you're saying. I'm looking at all this shit, these tanks and stuff, and I'm like, it's just such a waste. I'm going to drain it. The fish going to die. Eventually, I'm going to drain it. Everything going to go in its place until it's time for me to set it up again. I'm going to add water, and the saga continues. You know what I'm saying? So is there a way that I could do something quirky, like grow some romaine lettuce or some strawberry plants just to not be so damn wasteful,
Yeah, and that's if I'm not mistaken, somebody mentioned. Oh yeah, B Wizzle, aquaponics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But in the house though, so
yeah, you can do that.
The toxicity of it, right?
I've seen people use aquaponic gardens in their home.
Right.
And they grow their produce off of the waste of the fish.
So I'm gonna give you a vision, right? The last video you did where you were showing how to make the spawning mop?
Yeah.
The sponge. And then we were chopping it up about Watts had his cool invention, you know, but we're doing the aquaponic the grow method, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I got these vats out here with the plants in them. I got rolling outside. Y'all see my setup. So just like if I did me a garden for the house, and then in one tank I got some things floating and I got romaine lettuce in it. The next tank I got some things floating and there's spinach and X, Y, and Z. I even seen Dexter growing rice in the same thing that he was rolling his goldfish in or some catfish, something, you know? And I'm like, that can hit. That can really hit here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking the question is it Seeking Prime? Is it Aqua Clear? Is it my dechlorinator? Is it the stuff that I'm putting in the tank? Is it the chemicals and stuff in the feed if I'm using commercially prepared feed? So I really gave that thought, right? That's what wanted. That's why I started pulling filters too, because now I can run these tanks to where they're eating mosquito larvae, they're eating bloodworms, they're eating live frozen, and ain't nothing going in there. So not if, but when I do get a wild hair up my ass and figure out how I'm going to make a contraption to grow some food in this tank, I'm going to do it. The question really is just of light. So if I'm rocking Kessel pendant setups anyway, bro, you can grow bud. You can grow if it's legal in your state, damn it, for medicine. You can grow all your food. You got pendant setups anyway, bruh. I think that's gonna be the vision, bruh. You got some plants growing above your tank with the roots dangling down in them. And because I'm the GOAT anyway, I got a badass on a 150, bro, with Kessels and everything, and your plants, whatever strain you want, and like some discus in that bitch, bruh. Come on, bruh. I had to snap somebody, bruh. I'm finna do it. Bruh. You feel me, though?
I feel you.
That's a vision. Like the mural, bro. That's the mural, bro. Of the Aztec, the motherfucker holding an old girl and she naked, but she got like that little loincloth thing with the little animal print. Bruh, take my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, that'd be so dope. Or you do a big one, bro, and have like 3 fucking black diamond stingrays in that bitch in like an Asian red. And you got your garden on top of that hoe with pendant lights all up in that bitch. You can't tell me that ain't fly.
That'd be interesting.
Fly, bro. Be like, you want to smoke? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you want a strawberry for you squares out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, it's food for thought, y'all.
Well, Steve, we're at about hour and a half now, and I got to start ready to go to work. So
I see you.
I don't want to cut you off, but
no, you're good. Go. Wrap it up.
Yep.
I gotta pee.
So, you know, I really want to thank you guys for being here with us today.
Me too.
I know this is a little bit different than what we've usually done, but we're always trying something different and seeing what works and what doesn't. We figured today would be a little peek into the conversation Steve and I will be having.
Yeah, basically.
And you know, it's funny because this is not just the only time we talk about something.
Yeah, this ain't for the camera, y'all.
These are regular conversations and tangents that we'll go off on a regular basis.
We're gonna say the world.
So, but thank you guys very much for taking time out of your Saturday and being here with us. I appreciate that. And we look forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weeks. Also, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, we are planning in the near future having a stream in Spanish. I know that was kind of one of the goals that we started out doing this channel, is to be able to do stuff not only in English, but we also wanted to reach out to the Spanish-speaking community. Mm-hmm. And just so that you guys are aware, down the future, there is going to be a stream, and it'll probably be all in Spanish. So if you know anybody that might that would be interested in that, make sure you guys invite them over, and that'll be coming soon. And we'll have a guest also on, and he's already confirmed that he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So, just
Or a
something.
couple. You never
Just
know.
something in case you turn in and you forget, and it's all in Spanish. That's what it is.
We'll speak a little English too.
Yeah.
Just to keep y'all in there, so y'all can be a part. It's gonna be dope, and y'all can benefit from it too. So please come and check us out. You ain't say
All right.
when, but soon.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and we'll catch you guys soon.
All right. Peace.